Elon Musk's insane new partnership with Trump changes everything. Elon Musk is one of the most innovative and ambitious entrepreneurs of our time. So when he announced a new partnership with Donald Trump, the entire internet took notice. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will talk about Elon Musk's partnership with Trump. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. In the wake of Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter, one of the most pressing concerns is whether or not Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, will rejoin the social media network. As a result of Trump's statement on Tuesday that he will run for president in 2024, he may be in a position to profit from regaining unrestricted access to millions of Twitter users. Musk has said that he would overturn Trump's ban, but Trump does not seem ready to shift attention away from his own social network firm, Truth Social. In addition, despite the fact that these two business people have a mutual contempt for the political left and a propensity for online bravado, their relationship has not exactly been a walk in the park over the course of so many years. Musk said to CNBC just before the presidential election in 2016 that he did not believe Trump should be elected president. "I have a growing conviction that he is not the proper person for the job. It does not seem that he has the kind of character that is a positive representation of the United States," Musk stated. The businessman continued by stating that Hillary Clinton's proposals on the economy and the environment were the correct ones. Following his election as the president, Donald Trump nominated Elon Musk and other prominent corporate figures, such as Travis Kalanick, CEO of Uber, to serve on two economic advisory groups. Musk was criticized for his decision to collaborate with the divisive president, but he stood by it and said that he was utilizing the opportunity to advocate for more progressive immigration and environmental policies. Musk stepped down from his positions on presidential advisory boards on June 1st, 2017, after President Trump's announcement that the United States will withdraw from the Paris Agreement on climate change. The climate is definitely changing. Leaving Paris would not be beneficial for either America or the rest of the globe. Musk said in a tweet that he would be leaving the company. Musk's objective with Tesla is to lessen the world's reliance on fossil fuels via the use of solar power, electric automobiles, and stationary energy storage. In an interview that took place in January of 2020 with CNBC, Trump lauded Musk for both his achievements and his brains. The former president mentioned this in reference to Elon Musk, whose company, Tesla, has become more valuable than both Ford and General Motors. "You have to give him credit," he remarked. In addition to that, he is handling the rockets. He likes rockets, and just so you know, he's really excellent with rockets as well. Trump continued by praising Musk as one of our great minds and drawing comparisons between Musk and Thomas Edison. Musk got into a fight with California public health authorities as the epidemic was sweeping the United States in early 2020. As a result, the officials compelled Tesla to temporarily shut down its facility in California. Trump has expressed his approval of Musk's actions. In May 2020, Trump tweeted, "California should allow Tesla and at Elon Musk open the facility now. Elon Musk is the CEO of Tesla. It is possible to do it quickly and safely. Thank you," Musk said in response. Musk said in May that as the new owner of Twitter, he will lift the ban on Trump. In an interview with the Financial Times, Musk referred to the prohibition as a morally awful move and foolish to the extreme. He also termed it a stupid idea. Following the assault on the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021, Twitter banned Donald Trump from using its service. The Tesla entrepreneur has described himself as an absolutist for free expression. One of his primary motivations for keeping Twitter private was to reduce the amount of content filtering on the platform. In July, Trump took aim at Musk, alleging the businessman voted for him, but afterward denying it. Musk, however, did not confirm or deny this assertion. Trump made these remarks at a rally held on Saturday in Anchorage, Alaska. "You know," Musk remarked the other day. "Oh, I've never voted for a Republican," Trump added. "I responded by saying, I had no idea. He informed me that he had my vote. Therefore, he is just another con artist." Musk stated on Monday via Twitter that the claim made by Trump was not true. Musk refrained from criticizing President Donald Trump on a personal level, but suggested that he should not seek the presidency again. "I don't have anything personal against Donald Trump, but I think it's high time for him to hang up his hat and sail off into the sunset. The Democratic Party ought to also call off the attack. They shouldn't put Trump in a position where the only way for him to survive is to win the presidency again," he sent out tweets. He continued by saying, "Do we really want to have a situation where there is a bull in a china shop every day? In addition, I believe that the legal upper age limit for the beginning of a presidential term ought to be 69 years old. He is 76 years old at this point." Following this, Trump went on the offensive by publishing a long assault on Musk on Truth Social, the social media firm that he established. When Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, I could have said, "Drop to your knees and beg," and he would have done it. President Trump said in a post that criticized two of Musk's businesses, Tesla and the rocket company SpaceX. On Twitter, Musk's response was just Lamau. On Thursday, when Musk completed the formal purchase of Twitter, President Trump took to Truth Social to express his approval of the transaction. "I'm very pleased that Twitter is now in the hands of sane people, and that it will no longer be ruled by radical left lunatics and maniacs who sincerely despise our nation," he stated. "I am very happy that Twitter is now in the hands of sane people." In a follow-up to statements he made earlier this year, in which he ruled out the possibility of making a comeback to Twitter, he said that he enjoys Truth Social more than other platforms. On Monday, Elon Musk joked about the possibility of inviting a previous president to return to the platform that he had purchased. The CEO of Tesla sent a message on Twitter that said, "If either I had a $1 for every time someone asked me if Trump is coming back on this platform, Twitter would be minting money." The poll asking whether Trump's account should be reactivated received more than 15 million votes, with 51.8% of respondents favoring the proposition. The margin of victory was very narrow. "The voice of the people has been heard," Musk said in a tweet that Trump would be restored. On the other hand, Trump said earlier on Saturday that he had absolutely no intention of returning to the platform. When a panel at the annual leadership gathering of the Republican Jewish Coalition asked the former president if he intended to return to Twitter, he responded via video by saying, "I don't see any need for it." The question was posed by the panel. Trump said that he will continue to utilize his new platform, which is called Truth Social, and was established by his startup company, Trump Media and Technology Group, TMTG. Trump claimed that Truth Social had more significant user interaction than Twitter and was doing phenomenally well. Trump, who on Tuesday officially kicked off his campaign to win back the White House in 2024, heaped praise on Musk and stated that he had always had a favorable opinion of him. However, the former president also said that Twitter was plagued by bots and phony accounts, and he described the challenges the platform faced as extraordinary. Musk originally said in May that he intended to lift the ban on Trump, and the timing of any return by the former president was eagerly monitored and dreaded by many of Twitter's advertisers. Musk first stated that he wanted to reverse the ban on Trump. Musk has since attempted to reassure users and advertisers that a decision of this nature would be made after careful consideration by a content moderation council comprised of people with widely diverse viewpoints, and that no account reinstatements would take place before the council convened. This statement was made in response to the fact that Musk had previously stated that such a decision would be made. Additionally, he said that unless there was a clear method for doing so, Twitter would not restore any users who had been banned. This week, Musk reinstated comedian Kathy Griffin, who had been banned for changing her profile name to Elon Musk, which violated his new rule against impersonation without indicating that it was a parody account. Griffin was banned for changing her profile name to Elon Musk, which violated his new rule against impersonation. There is no new information that has been revealed on the procedure for being reinstated or the Moderation Council. It is possible that the fears of large advertisers who are already unsettled by Musk's radical reworking of the site may be reduced if President Trump does not return to Twitter. He has slashed the staff in half and made major cuts to the company's trust and safety team, which is responsible for stopping the spread of hazardous material and inaccurate information. As a result of these measures and Musk's tweets, several large firms have decided to suspend their advertising on the site while they evaluate how the platform deals with hate speech. Just a few days after a lot of engineers quit their jobs without warning, Bloomberg reported on Saturday, citing unnamed sources, that Twitter might fire more people in its sales and partnership departments. So there you have it. Elon Musk's new partnership with Donald Trump could change everything when it comes to the future of technology and energy. Only time will tell. Elon Musk's warning to Russia's big threat to shoot down SpaceX satellites. Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, is known for his ambitious plans to colonize Mars, but it seems he has another mission in mind, stopping Russia from shooting down his satellites. Hello guys and welcome back to our channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about Elon Musk's warning to Russia's big threat to shoot down SpaceX satellites. In a recent interview, Musk warned that Russia is developing technology that could be used to destroy SpaceX satellites. This would be a serious blow to his plans for a Mars colony, as SpaceX relies on satellites for communication and navigation. While it's unclear if Russia actually intends to shoot down SpaceX satellites, Musk's warning highlights the tension between the two countries in the race to control space. The satellite network system, known as Starlink, which is controlled by the US billionaire Elon Musk's company, SpaceX, is once again in the spotlight. It has been disclosed by local Russian media how the destruction of the Starlink satellite network may be accomplished, confirming Musk's worries that Russia may try to kill the satellites. Reports from Russian media outlets claim that in order to destroy the Starlink satellite network, an enormous number of missiles with a target engagement range of at least 500 kilometers would be necessary. The Starlink satellites enable that contact between the armed forces of Ukraine and the NATO command is carried out in a very efficient manner, which is beneficial to military operations. The research, which asserts that it is based on the views of military experts, went on to state that in order to destroy the satellite network, at least 4,000 missiles would be necessary. This is due to the fact that there are now more than 3,000 SpaceX satellites in orbit. However, since some of the satellites are orbiting at an altitude of 600 kilometers, which is outside the reach of the missile, it is possible that the network may still be able to function, although in a limited capacity. Following Elon Musk's statement on October 15th that Russia was attempting to destroy Starlink satellite services in Ukraine, this information has emerged to back up Musk's claims. It is possible that the system will cease functioning, notwithstanding the amount of resources that have been put in its security. Starlink is the sole communications system that is still operational at the waterfront. All of the others have been destroyed. Russia is making a concerted effort to destroy Starlink. SpaceX has redirected a significant portion of its efforts on the development of its defenses. Musk said in a tweet that despite this, it is possible that Starlink may be cancelled. Starlink is a satellite network of the next generation that was built to deliver broadband internet services to users all over the globe. In February of 2018, SpaceX was the first company to launch the project. Musk made the announcement in September that the Starlink satellite internet service is now accessible on each and every continent. According to a study that was issued in September by SpaceX, the business has contributed more than $120 million in Starlink services to Ukraine this year. SpaceX also estimates that continuing to do so in the future might cost as much as $400 million. It's possible that this is why the firm recently urged the Pentagon in the United States to shoulder the financial burden of providing satellite help to Ukraine. On February 26th, immediately after Russia began its invasion and damaged Kyiv's communication network, the Minister of Digital Transformation for Ukraine, Mikhailo Fedorov, demanded that Elon Musk supply Starlink stations and satellite internet to his nation. Shortly after that, Musk announced that the Starlink service had been successfully launched in Ukraine and promised to dispatch more terminals to the country. On the other hand, the satellite terminals that Musk constructed above Ukraine have been at the center of controversy for some time now. At the beginning of this month, it was reported in the media that Ukrainian forces experienced extensive disruptions in the internet access provided by Starlink. When members of the Ukrainian armed forces visited cities that had just been freed from Russian control, two officials from the Ukrainian government informed the media that the service members had trouble connecting to the internet in those places. The specialists are of the opinion that some members of the SpaceX crew may have been responsible for the issue since they were attempting to stop the Russian military from using the technology. This was done since, at the time, it had not been officially announced that some territories had been liberated. Consequently, this was necessary. At the beginning of this month, there were claims that surfaced in the media claiming that the Russian military had tried to disrupt the satellite communications of Starlink by using a device known as Tirada 2S, which is an electronic jamming device. The information that is relevant to the system is only available in a restricted quantity in the public domain. The Starlink system may be one of the probable targets for Russian forces, as said in an article that was recently published in a newspaper that reviews military news and events. In addition to this, the research demonstrated how effective Starlink has become, to the point that it is almost the only option for Ukraine armed personnel to communicate in space. The findings of the study uncovered this particular piece of information. Because of this, it is easier to ensure that communication, surveillance, and navigation are maintained continuously for the whole of the operation. When asked if Russia would seek to destroy the Starlink network, Squadron Leader Vijayender K. Thakur, RETD, an Indian Air Force veteran and in-house analyst of Eurasian Times, reacted as follows: "It would be quite irresponsible to attempt to physically bring the Starlink system down. There is no shred of evidence to suggest that Russia has either the resources or the motivation to accomplish this goal. It is feasible for it to contemplate eliminating Starlink satellites with the EW or Persevere laser weapon that it has. But even if it did so, it would be an attempt without purpose. Satellite communication, despite its versatility and cheap cost, is not the only means of communication that is accessible. Other forms of communication are also available. There are many possibilities open to you, such as using high-frequency microwaves or even a troposcatter. In addition, attacking satellites is a game in which other players may join in on the fun as well. The satellite technology that was given by Starlink has been of use to the Ukrainian military so that they may carry out more accurate assaults. Multiple types of drones, in addition to more advanced missiles, make use of satellite navigation to guide their movements. In addition to other NATO satellites, Starlink is responsible for providing this service. As a consequence of this, the Russians have a reasonable level of distrust towards Starlink. The Russian government has issued a warning, indicating that it is possible that they may destroy civilian satellites that are assisting with military operations. In the wake of a Russian invasion, the SpaceX satellite network has attracted a lot of interest and attention. According to the Eurasian Times, Chinese military experts have expressed growing alarm on the possibility that SpaceX's Starlink satellite network may assist in the expansion of the United States military's supremacy in space. The article was published on China Military Online, the official news website affiliated with the Central Military Commission, which is China's highest national defense organization, and is headed by President Xi Jinping himself. It stated, SpaceX has decided to increase the number of Starlink satellites from 12,000 to 42,000. The program's unchecked expansion and the company's ambition to use it for military purposes should put the international community on high alert. A geospatial intelligence specialist by the name of Group Captain Arvind Pandey, retired, who served in the military, said to the Eurasian Times that Russia could not destroy the whole Starlink network. He said that Moscow was only capable of destroying a small number of Starlink satellites, and not hundreds. The only way it would be possible for them to do this is by using directed energy weapons or anti-satellite operations, both of which require the deployment of satellites into orbit. The Starlink satellite network's command and control center may be found in low Earth orbit. Even if missiles were launched, there would be thousands of them launched from the ground. Even if missiles were launched, a vast number of them would be launched at the target. In addition, the locations of the Starlink satellites do not always stay the same over time. This seems to be a very solid type of supposition to me, but that's just my opinion. We have reached the stage when we can examine Musk's interactions with the media, in which he suggested that it would be difficult to knock down the satellites. At this point, we are at the position where we can address these interactions. If you attempt to destroy Starlink, you will have a tough time doing so due to the fact that there are 2,000 satellites, he said. You will have difficulty doing so owing to the fact that there are 2,000 satellites. After that, he went on to add something along the lines of, that involves a significant quantity of anti-satellite missiles. I really do hope that we won't have to put this hypothesis to the test, but I think that we are able to launch satellites at a pace that is faster than they are able to launch anti-satellite missiles. This is something that I truly hope won't have to happen. And there you have it, folks. The big bad Russia is apparently a threat to SpaceX's satellites. But fear not, Elon Musk is on the case. He's warning Russia that if they shoot down his satellites, there will be consequences. He didn't say what those consequences would be, but we can all imagine. So stay tuned for more information on this developing story. And in the meantime, be sure to keep an eye on the skies. You never know when a Russian satellite might come crashing down.
there's a way